Welcome to Tales of Superman, episode 1 and 2, Krypton. This series would open up similar to Superman, the animated series, essentially being about all of Krypton and, stuff. Episode 3, Meet Supes. This is when we actually get to meet Clark Kent. Episode 4, Metallo. Metallo would be one of Clark's big bads. Episode 5, Live Wire. Live Wire would again be similar to STAS, where she's essentially just like very light. She'd essentially be how she is in STAS, the poison of poison. So, Poison, his old deal, and he'd end up sucking Superman, but again, because, listen, he sucks the memory of Superman, and so essentially now he has all the memories of Superman. So Poison will now kind of try and be a new Superman. Well, Clark's trying to remember, but Poison would kind of be like a twisted, evil Superman. So this would kind of be like Superior Spider-Man. Yeah. Episode 7, The Bizarro. Bizarro would be, Bizarro. He would. And similar to STAS, again, he would be a clone of Supes made by Lex Luthor, who'd at first be a good guy, but then would slowly downgrade. But he would, die, because I'll be honest, I hate Bizarro. I absolutely despise Bizarro. I hate him so much. Listen, you don't understand. Episode 8, Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor finally becomes a villain, but it turns out that he's actually that. But Lex Luthor explains essentially to Superman, going, "Listen, you can't arrest me. I'm in power. What are you gonna do to me, huh?" So Lex Luthor gets to get away. Episode 10, Red Kryptonite. Episode 10, Red Kryptonite. We find out about Red Kryptonite. Episode 11, The Main Man, Lobo, fights good old Superman. And Superman wins. God, that hurt my throat. Episode 12, Luxio. Lex ends up finally getting punished for his crimes, but in prison, Zod takes over his body, and he's essentially like, "Either you let me control you, or I will kill you when I come back." So Lex Luthor gets control, but then at the end, Lex Luthor accidentally causes Zod to come through the portal, and have Zod begin his invasion. Episode 13, Zod's invasion. Zod finally actually gets a full episode, and Zod would essentially take over all of Earth. So Superman would end up being defeated. That is until, since this is set way after other stuff, we see Superman calling up the Justice League. And him along with the Justice League defeats Zod. But Superman decides that for the next year or so, he might want to go on adventures with this team. Tales of Superman, Season 2, Episode 1 and 2, Supergirl. This would be a two-part story about Supergirl. Yeah, Episode 3, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman would meet Superman, and again at this point though, Wonder Woman would be the only one of the OG League members in this universe who would have not gotten a show yet. But at this time, she would have been gotten a show. So this would mainly just be a backdoor pilot to make people hyped for a Wonder Woman show. And have just Superman there also there. Episode 4, Speed Demons. Yes, I stole this title from STAS. I know I stole a lot. So Wally West and Superman have a race, and just like in Speed Demons, Weather Wizard's the villain. And they managed to defeat him, of course. So this is essentially just Speed Demons. Episode 5, The Lantern. Superman meets Superman ends up, not only meet, since most of these characters he would have already known because of his Justice League adventures. So, yeah, Green Lantern and Superman, though, fight Sinestro and Lex Luthor, who's broken out of prison. Next up is episode 6, Aqua. Aquaman ends up teaming up with Superman to fight Black Manta. But midway through, Aquaman gets kidnapped, so this is mostly Superman adventure through Atlantis. Episode 7, Revenge Squad. The Superman Revenge Squad essentially has all of the season 1 Superman villains coming together to all fight the Superman. But in the end, Supergirl comes to help him. Episode 8, Titans. This introduces the Titans, and this will be basically their only appearance. Because I'll be honest, I'm not a huge Teen Titans fan. Yeah, episode 9, Green Arrow. Superman ends up having a miscommunication with Green Arrow, and the two end up fighting. Episode 10, Battle of the Strength. So Shazam and Superman team up, but it turns out, not team up, they fight, but it turns out that Black Adam's the true villain. He's been puppeteering it all. Thus, in order to puppeteer them, he ended up getting help from Toyman. Episode 11, Under the Red Sun. Superman ends up being trapped in the Red Sun universe. He ends up fighting the evil version of him. And Red Sun Superman, we end up finding out about how he's trapped in a time loop. Episode 12 and 13, World's Finest. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, episode 12 and 13, World's Finest. This would be a continuation of the Batman and the episode about the Batman. So yeah. Joker next week to team up. Tales of Superman. Brainiac attacks. Episode 1 through 4. Brainiac is coming. We find out that Brainiac was the true one who destroyed Krypton. And he was also the one who was powering the Phantom Zone. Because in the series premiere, we would have found Brainiac, and he would have been actually the one who destroyed Krypton. Except, since they created Brainiac, it was kind of like a mix of both, where they kind of caused their own doom and Brainiac caused the doom. So it's kind of a mix of both. And it would also be kind of a warning about AI and how it could take over the world and how it could destroy our world. So yeah, and then we would have found out that the Phantom Zone was actually being powered by Brainiac, who wanted to control Zod before Zod died. Anyways, Brainiac fights and he ends up managing to take over Earth, turning it into a tech apocalypse. Episode 5 through 9, Legion. The Legion of superheroes ends up teleporting Superman, because it turns out that Brainiac ends up mind-controlling Superman, and he also chloroforms Lex Luthor. So now, essentially, the entire Superman cast is held hostage by an evil Superman, and Brainiac's plan is to kill young Superman. So Superboy ends up teaming up with the Legion of superheroes to defeat Brainiac and the evil future Superman. Yeah, this would be a time travel episode. Episode 10 through 13. Brainiac's End. Brainiac would end up using evil Superman, but eventually evil Superman snaps out of it and he ends up defeating Brainiac. But now Metropolis no longer trusts him. And Brainiac ends up pulling Lex. Lex yelling, "No! Help me!" As right when Brainiac's about to be pushed out of the spaceship, we see Lex Luthor yelling, "No, help me!" As Lex Luthor and Brainiac both end up dying in the vacuum of space. So, yeah, but Superman manages to bring back all the planets. Right when he looks at Krypton, he sees nothing. That's when we see a bit of Brainiac's AI left, and he says, "Ha, Superman, I would decide to record this as one final hurrah. I won't let you win." Superman smashes the piece of technology. Yelling, "No! No!" Being sad. Tales of Superman Apocalypse. Episode 1 through 6. News. New human. Whoa. Darkseid ends up wanting to attack Superman after he got defeated so many times by the Justice League. And so he ends up managing to capture most of the Justice League, holding them hostage, forcing Superman to have to fight him. Yeah. And the new gods also help him. Episode 7. Darkseid's side. Darkseid would end up... We'd find out about Darkseid and we'd see the Justice League attacking Darkseid, leading into episode 9 through 13. It turns out that Darkseid's actually being controlled by a bit of Brainiac left, who's actually getting help from Mongol. Superman and the Justice League end up getting trapped on Warworld. And right when everything seems lost, we see Brainiac killing Darkseid and yelling, "No!" as Darkseid gets killed. Okay, anyways, now episode 8 through 13, Superman's End. So yeah, overall, Superman ends up fighting Darkseid. Darkseid gets killed by Lexiac, a merge of Brainiac and Lex Luthor when they almost died. So now, Lexiac ends up trying to kill Superman. He fails, and the end. Fine.